Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's good to be back. My voice is this. This is what we're working with today. Luckily, it sounds better than it first did. So you have a voice to talk to. I was worried I was going to have to only do sprints and the chat was just going to be me thumbsing up the whole time. Still going to keep it to the chat part to a slightly shorter, a minimum, as not to make it worse, but this is where we're at. But it's good to be back. I hope everyone has done well in the last few weeks since I've been gone. Hello, Carly. Really missed these sprints while you were away. I missed them too. I was so tempted to try and do some while I was in my hotel room and not doing anything, but there's no way I could even upload an hour-long read with me video. I'm surprised I even got my Illumicrate unboxing up, to be perfectly honest. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You have your white chocolate caramel latte. That sounds amazing. Reading Sounds of Bones by Junher for a book club. Nice. Sounds good. Miss the sprints too. Well, I miss you all so much. I'm not gonna lie at all. I did miss the sprints so much. Good morning. Welcome back. Thank you. Good morning. Going to be reading Bursinger by Christopher Paolini. Sounds good. Hello, Ryan. Reading The Dying Game and the House is Haunted. Sounds good. Hey, Anna. What's up? I got to meet this lovely girl while I was in London. We saw Cinderella together, and it was lovely. And I'm telling you, I could play the stepmother, can I not, with this voice. I would do an impression, but I'm not going to. Hi, it's 9 p.m. where I live, but I'm so ready to read. Awesome. It is 8 a.m. here. Is there going to be a TBR video? There will be. I've been kind of waiting for this. I feel like I could possibly film it with this voice. I was waiting until I could truly talk to film it, but yes, there will be. It might be I might only do a set number of rolls because it's already a week into March. So, but there will be. And I have a surprise for the next year because this March will be the 12th video, so April will be the 1-year anniversary of the TBR Cafe, and I have a plan for even more TBR videos coming up. Not reading, just getting ready for the day. Sounds good. Also excited that it's back to 6 a.m. for me. Yeah, I'm look, I actually have to get up and get ready. Awesome. Well, I'm reading Addie LaRue. I haven't started it. It's a reread for me. Also, here's another sneak peek of a video. This big stack is all the books I brought home from London. So this is my London book haul right here. Yeah, that happened. One of them is kind of obvious. This one down here is obviously Atlas 6, the Waterstone special edition. But yeah, I may have gone a bit overboard. Granted, these 4 are for my friends and I. They're the same book. So I feel like that doesn't count. Only one of them counts. So really, if we take these 3 off, that's the true TBR. But yes, I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for the second time. It was on my February TBR, so I just kind of grabbed that. I also have my nonfiction, The Gift of Imperfection. Random question, why do people reread books you already know what's going to happen? Honestly, I have reread. I have one book that I reread all the time, and it's The Truth About Forever from Sarah Dessen. When I was a kid, I read it when I was probably in 9th grade, something like that, in high school. And it taught me lessons then, but there was a character in it whose parent had cancer, basically. And so I actually reread it after my mom passed away from cancer. And then it was a whole new book. Like the lessons that I learned were brand new. So that's a kind of an example of where rereading books at different parts of your life can have different effects on you. But that's just one. But I always find I miss things as well. And I don't reread personally. For me, I reread books on a more spaced out schedule. So a lot of the times I don't remember a lot of what had happened. Like I jokingly tell my friends over the years I've read so much Harry Potter fan fiction that I really don't think I know what happens in the actual series anymore. Like I don't know. But I haven't read this I also haven't read a full finished copy of this, so there's probably some changes in it. But I actually haven't read this since I read the Arc back in 2020. I still need to read that book. It's so good. Oh, you're totally fine. That was the easiest example for me to come up with. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. I don't mind talking about it. You're totally fine. That was just the easiest example that I could come up with. You're totally fine. I've posted about it, that same exact story on Instagram and things as well. It just kind of was like the most immediate thing. But also, if you haven't read The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen, really great book. It's one of my favorite YA contemporaries of all time. I will keep rereading that book probably like for the rest of my life. I do it because I loved it so much it gets me out of reading slumps. That as well is a great, like, reading slumps, like you go back to like a favorite. I don't know, it's just like I feel like there's so many different reasons to reread. There's so many different reasons. But yeah. So many. I'm reading the graphic novel version of The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. The story is much the same. The artwork is horrible. Sometimes the artwork on like book to graphic novels, sometimes it's good, and then sometimes they hired the wrong person. I feel like that's one thing with graphic novels, like the artwork has to be good for me. Hello, we'll be reading One for All by Lily Lanoff. Sounds good. Welcome. Adding it to the list. I love Sarah Dessen books. They're fantastic. And especially, I know we have like a range of ages here. So if you have any, like, if anyone has like children in the, like, or like in the future, even middle grade, middle school aged and up, like, those books are amazing. I love Sarah Dessen books, though she has slowed down on the coming out with them. I always reread The Diary of a Young Girl, Anne Frank, every year. I also reread Red, White, and Royal Blue the whole time. I still, and I hate to say it, I still have never read The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. And I really, really need to. I've seen the play because our one of our fellow like schools did it for a one-act competition in high school. So I've seen the play, which was amazing. And then I also reread Red, White, and Royal. I need to reread that. That is going to be probably one of my new go-to feel-good books. I reread because it's like visiting an old friend, that as well. It's like, it's from kind of like how we rewatch shows. You know how because who rewatches shows? Like, you know, like I rewatch episodes of New Girl. I'm rewatching Dexter right now. I'm almost done, and then I can watch the new season of Dexter. I'm so excited. So I have to get through the horrendous series finale first, but it's fine. Apparently they've made up for it, so I'm not going to be angry about it a second time. I tried to reread Harry Potter once, and I was so bored because I knew what was coming, I guess, in the way I DNF'd it. I feel like I only reread certain ones in that series, like just Prisoner of Azkaban mostly. Or I skip chunks. I remember I was rereading Goblet of Fire once, and the whole entire Dark Mark chapter, I just didn't care. I just took the chunk and I just skipped it. I was like, no, can't do it again. Buddy read, yes, and we have a few like classical buddy reads to do. I rewatch Shadowhunters like every 2 months. Yeah, it's kind of almost like a comfort thing, I think, more than anything. There's just certain books that stick with you and they're like comfort reads. Sorry. Excuse me. My husband rewatches things all the time, but I get bored, so I read while he watches. Maybe I have a problem because even when it's a new show, I just can't sit and watch something. It just may not be part of your personality to rewatch stuff. You know? Like it just like my dad he'll rewatch something, but he'll fast forward through parts. And I'm like, what? Why? But it just might not be part of your like personality and the way you enjoy media. Like for instance, like on my trip, I saw the same musical 3 times. Now, granted, live theater is definitely different. Like each show is different because it is live. So that's books, movies, TV shows are pretty static. They don't change. So that is a little different. But I did see the same musical 3 times. I'm not ashamed of that at all because it was amazing. I love to reread Little Women. It's such a good comfort read, and I love the story arcs for each of the March sisters. Also, Jo March is like my fave, and that's another one. That's my other buddy read that I need to do. Is that one? I also have to be doing something else like color or mindless games on my phone. Oh, see, yeah, coloring's kind of like that's not bad. I've watched One Tree Hill like 8 times so far. I need to watch One Tree Hill again. It's been a while. I'm also rewatching Ragnarok as there's a 3rd season coming out. Ooh, nice. The thing I'm really watching right now is Dexter and The Bachelor, but I don't care that much about that right now. I'm just watching it to watch it. I need to catch up on Critical Role. I'm behind 3 whole episodes of Critical Role right now, which is like 12 hours. I need to just do work and then turn it on. And I was rewatching Bambi, but not the whole movie, just skating part where him and Thumper are slipping on ice. I cried laughing. It was so funny to me. That's cute. I don't watch Bambi because I'll cry. Can't do it. I must have watched The Vampire Diaries 10 times over in full. Such a great show. I'm biased to the originals. But yeah, I'm biased to the originals, but I was a background actor on that, so I'm a little biased. I was on a couple episodes of Vampire Diaries, but I do enjoy Vampire Diaries. Damon, love Damon, but the originals is I love the originals. I think it's mostly I just love Klaus and Elijah. They're great. We missed you so much for making you talk a lot. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. It's not too bad. My throat doesn't really hurt anymore, so I think it's just the raspiness left over. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee with milk or creamer in it because that's not good for anyone's voice, but it's okay. When does season 3 of Ragnarok come out? I don't know because I don't watch it. So where's Carly? Carly, when does season 3 come out? Inquiring minds want to know. I was thinking, I know some of you wanted to talk about the trip and stuff. I was thinking we could do that on Friday night because then my voice will probably be a lot better and I can kind of like show you some stuff that I got and stuff like that. The one thing is these are cute. I'm just going to show these off because they're like my favorite thing on the planet. They're little rugs, and this is the rug house and did the tour for the Freud Museum, and they had coasters of his rug, and I'm in love. They're fantastic, which is where my cup of coffee should be. That's what it's there for. Wait, how come that's not good for your voice? Milk or cream-based like for singers and things like cream-based products can um, make like the phlegm and stuff worse. That's why that has to do kind of like when you're sick and the doctor tells you to drink warm, clear liquids. That's why it can make the congestion and the phlegm in your throat and voice worse. Later half of this year for Ragnarok. But yeah, so eating things like that with dairy in it when you're sick can actually not be beneficial. So I've been drinking a lot of tea actually. I had tea earlier with lemon, ginger, and honey. Stuff like that is better for your voice when you're sick or if you have a job that you talk or sing or whatnot. I mean, it's not too bad. Like on a regular day, if my voice wasn't like this, but I probably really shouldn't be drinking creamer. Wow, I had no idea. Maybe that's my issue. It never occurred to me that it could be dairy messing me up. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's something that everyone necessarily knows, but when you're in chorus and theater, it's kind of like one of those little tips that you pick up. But yeah, when you're sick and you're congested in your throat and all that, definitely drink more tea and hot, like warm, hot, clear beverages rather than milky, creamy ones. All right, let's get started. Let's go for a sprint because I need to read some. Not gonna lie. It's also puts like a coating over your vocal cords. Yeah, basically making them worse than they were before. All right, let's go for 45 minutes. Our first sprint in like 3 weeks, which is wild. So let's get to it for 45 minutes, and I will see you all back there. Back here. Oh, goodness. Back here in 45 minutes. Happy reading, everyone. All right, that is the end of sprint number 1. I think I read 4 chapters. Yeah, I read 4 chapters. Good morning, Heather. Just joining, I'll be reading the book of Mythicality by Rhett and Link. Sounds good. Didn't read much except for like a page. Was catching up with my sister who lives far from me. Hey, that's fine too, though. I read for a little bit, and then the last like 10 minutes, I just kind of like played on my phone. Made it to page 95 of Silence of the Bones, so 20 pages. Nice. Was able to get some reading in this morning. 10 pages of Good Girl Die First by Catherine Foxfield. Nice, sounds good. Oh, my hip is cramping. Okay. Oh, no, we're not good. 22 pages, I think, of The Dying Game. I feel like I'm flying through this book. Oh, that's good. I like books that like read fast but are also good. 38 pages plus breakfast. Awesome, awesome. All right, our next sprint will be our 30-minute one. We'll probably go around like 9 and 15 after. Also need a coffee refill. Same, my coffee's gone cold, so I need to go get another cup. I'll listen to 8% of Aurora's End, so I'm 52% done now. Ooh, how are you liking it? How are you liking the final book? I enjoyed it. I think it's a good final book for the trilogy. Liking it so far. That's good. I like the audiobooks too. I actually have not physically read my copies of that series. I have them, but I enjoy the audiobooks a lot of the books by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. I really like the full cast audio. I read about 4 chapters. Awesome job. I've been putting chocolate wine in my coffee lately when I don't have to work, using it like it's creamer basically, and it's so good. Love that. Love that. I'm not necessarily a big fan of like hot alcohol. Like I like mulled wine, and I made a hot toddy the other night, but I don't know, for some odd reason I'm just like not that big of a fan of like warmed up. Like Bailey's and coffee is just not my thing. But chocolate wine in your coffee does sound really good. If you just joined us in that last little bit, let us know what you're reading. It's kind of like Bailey's, but cheaper. Yeah, Bailey's is expensive. Because Bailey's is such a neighbor's up. It's expensive, yeah. Yeah, like even for the smallest bottle, it's like $25. It's crazy. That's one thing I enjoyed on my trip was getting a glass of Prosecco before the shows. That was lovely. It was a good time. Hello, just joined. I don't think I've joined your sprints before. It's nice to meet you. I'm reading Kingdom of Copper. Well, it's nice to have you. Welcome. We haven't actually had sprints in a few weeks because I was on a trip. So it's nice to have someone new join us for our first sprint back on my channel in like 3 weeks. So welcome. Glad to have you. We do these sprints twice a week. Once on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern and once on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern. Budget friendly. Definitely budget friendly. Honestly, some of that tastes better than the expensive stuff. How was your trip? It was fantastic, except for the cold that I got coming back, but it's fine. No, it was a really good trip. I needed it. It was fantastic. Got to spend some time with my cousins who also happened to be in London at the same time. So I saw them off and on a couple times. So it was great. It was a good time. I did vlog during it. I didn't vlog every day. I didn't vlog the last 2 days because I needed the very last day of my, like the last full day I had, there was a tube strike, so I had to use my phone for maps. So I didn't vlog at all that my last day because I just needed my phone for other things. But I did vlog, so I will put the random amount of footage all mashed together. There's probably no real best way to edit that video together, but we'll see what comes of it. I don't know when that'll be up though. Once I put everything together and see what I have, I will put that up. But I did try to vlog. I feel like I did a good job for not being a like daily vlogger or a vlogging in outside in the world person. Need to duck out a bit early for a doctor's appointment. Nothing serious, just your spring checkup. Well, I hope everything goes well, and I will see you later. All right, we're going to go ahead, I think, and hop into our 30-minute sprint. I think I need to go grab some more coffee so I have something warm to drink. And I will see you all back here in 30 minutes. So happy reading, happy productivity if you're doing other things, and I'll see you back here.
All right, so that was sprint number 2. How did everyone do on that one? I only read a chapter. I was kind of just like browsing my phone and drinking coffee. On that last one. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Hello. I hope I'm not extremely late. Spent the past hour watching Encanto with my daughter and possibly drifting in and out of sleep. Have you watched it before? I still need to watch Encanto. I have not watched it yet. I should have watched it on the plane, but I did not. I did watch a couple good movies, though. Now I'm ready for a bit of reading on page 230 of The Inheritance Game. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was the worst sounding whoop ever, but yes, I love Inheritance Game. So good. I really need to get Hawthorne Legacy. Listen to 7% more. Just want to keep going, but work at 10. Boo, work. "18 pages of This House is Haunted." Sounds good. I think I need to sneeze. All right, I think it's gone. Like, I literally have 3 hours left of the audio. Oh no! Well, hopefully you can finish it like tonight or something. Or during like lunch. Or, well, you wouldn't be able to finish it during lunch, but hopefully you'll finish it today, I'm sure. Nope, it's still there. Doesn't want to come out apparently, though. It's like I have a sneeze and it's like stuck right up in like here, like right where my like sinus cavity area is. Well, that'll be there for a while, I think. My dog is being so cuddly. I love it. I can hear my dogs downstairs they're playing. They're doing something. Well, gotta go. Thanks for the sprints. Thanks for joining in, Ryan. I hope to see you again. Have a good rest of your day or evening or wherever you may be in the world. All right, so we'll go again on the hour for 45 minutes. So I'm almost like obviously this stat did not have anything to do with my TBR game, but I am very close to getting a buy a book on my little card. So that's exciting. Though granted, if I really was being a stickler, I would erase all of them because of this stack. How was your trip? It was really good. It was a lot of fun. I would love to like actually tell everyone about it. Maybe on Friday or something when I'm not this. I still need to film my birthday Q&A that I meant to go up on my birthday, but then it just never happened. But yeah, no, the trip was really good. It was a lot of fun. Got to go to some places that I hadn't gone to before. But no, it was good. I didn't really go. I meant to go to a few places outside of London, but I just never. I never like decided to like just stick around London and do stuff. But it was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of shows that I had been wanting to see. yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to experience some shows in a different seat than I had seen them before, and that was exciting as well. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend seeing Les Mis from the front row. It was amazing. It was the first time seeing it without the revolve as well, so it was a completely different show that I had never seen that version of Les Mis before, and I have to say I like it better. I actually liked the blocking better without the revolve. Some parts weren't as cool, like the barricade doesn't like tilt in like it does. But I actually really enjoyed Les Mis without the revolve, which I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I think it works better personally. I really enjoyed it. And from the front row it was really cool. Like the smoke was like in my face. Like I could smell the smoke. And I could feel the wind from when they would wave the flag overhead. I could like feel the wind from that, and it was just really freaking cool. I've just seen your tweet about having I'll be joining for the next sprint reading my sister's The Serial Killer. Ooh, that sounds good. I think I'm kind of like in a serial killer mode because I'm rewatching Dexter, so I'm like serial killer this, serial killer that. Just sounds really good. I hope you feel better soon. I'm glad you enjoyed your vacation. Thanks. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. This is the best my voice has sounded in quite a few days. I think by this weekend I'll be feeling a lot better. I was supposed to be seeing a show at the Fox tonight, but my friend and we decided, I was like, hey, if you don't mind, are you available this weekend instead? So I exchanged our tickets to Saturday matinee instead, because I was like, I don't want to be like so rude to everyone coughing and hacking my way through a performance. That's just mean. But now I'm feeling a lot better. It's mostly just, I think, residual stuff. It's kind of come out of my chest, I think, because I felt like it was a little bit in my chest, but now I think it's kind of focused more in the upper respiratory system, which is fine. I hit, it was like really odd. It hit me like in one day. Like I had a slightly scratchy throat, and then the next morning I woke up and it was just like awful. And then each day it's slowly gotten better. So it was like really weird. It like started, it hit fast and like peaked that second day, and then kind of like has been going back down ever since. Really weird. Really weird, but thank you. I'm definitely feeling better. Just joining in, reading The 10,000 Doors of January. Ooh, I hope you're enjoying it. Love that book. Read it January. I read it in January and finished it at the very beginning of February. Really good. Hope you're enjoying it. We're going to go for our 45-minute sprint in about 4 minutes. About 4 minutes. But yeah, I will have like a full London haul video for the books. I have a London vlog that I'll put up. I don't know how, I said earlier, I don't know how like great it's going to be because it's all over the place. But hopefully you all will enjoy it. One of my other highlights was I didn't realize that there was ravens at the Tower of London. Because I went to the Tower of London finally. I'd never done that before in the multiple times I've been there and then lived there for 9 weeks. I'd never gone to the Tower of London. I finally decided to do that. And oh my goodness, so they have ravens there because there's I forget which king it was, heard a prophecy or something that if the ravens ever left the tower, then the city would fall. And so there's always been, from that point on, been ravens at the Tower of London. And oh my gosh, they're adorable and handsome birds that could like rip you apart. But one of them I walked out of like seeing, I think I was seeing the crown jewels and walked out and there was just like one chilling and like having just like letting us take her picture, and it was great. And It was really cool. Like ravens may have like topped my like favorite birds ever. Let me see if I can I'll pull up one picture of her. Let me find here's a good one. Like that's a handsome bird right there. And there's her with her. I don't even know if it's gonna really show that well. Anyway, I will post pictures in my vlog and like things like that. But oh my gosh, I don't know. They were just so cool. Like there was like a whole group of us just taking pictures of the raven for like 10, 15 minutes. She also, like, apparently all of them have their own way of like communicating. And it was pretty funny. It was really cool. I don't know. Oh, here's two of them together. It was really cool, though. Apparently, I have found out also in like the little thing it said that they get treats of blood-soaked biscuits. I was like, okay, yeah, that's what they get as treats, and I was like, that's interesting. These birds are cool. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite parts of the Tower of London. Was the ravens. They're very happy. They're gorgeous birds. Absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't like when we had first seen them, they were kind of like away from everyone, but this one kind of like came into like where people were walking around. Yeah, right. Blood-soaked biscuits. I mean, I obviously it's probably like animal blood, not human. But the one guard, when he was walking, he was like, "They will tear apart flesh and sinew and stuff." And I was like, "Well, don't do that, please." I was pretty. It's like beautiful bird that could literally rip me apart. Got it. Stunning birds though. Like I knew that ravens were pretty, but I had never seen one up close like that. It also made me laugh because the blanket I decided to take with me is my like owl crate that has the raven, literally the whole story on it, which I thought was kind of funny. When I got back to my hotel and I looked at my bed and I was like, that's funny that I brought that blanket with me and then saw the ravens. All right, so we're going to be going for 45 minutes. Sorry. Going for 45 minutes this time. Yes. Next one is 45 minutes right now. And we're going to start. I'll see you back here in 45 minutes. Happy reading. Happy productivity. See you back here. Okay, how did everyone do on that sprint? I don't know how much I read. I think I read a couple chapters. The chapters in Addie, at least in this version, I'm guessing, I think it's the same in the US version as well. It doesn't quite end on like a new page each time. Some of them like end in the middle. So I think it was like a couple of chapters. I'm right at the tail end of one, but I didn't think I would finish it with the time I had left. But I have like a total of 50 something pages so far. I'm good. I'm awake. Working through some uni lectures and got through about 10 slides. That's good. What class is it for? Just came on. I don't know how much I read, only that I did of Lady Midnight, and Mark Blackthorne is one of the most selfish characters. Just my he makes me laugh though in some spots. It gets better, I think. I mean, you have to remember he's Fae. We all know the Fae are pretty darn selfish and a-hole-ish. I got to page 128 of The Sounds of Bones at 21 pages. Nice job. Halfway through Kingdom of Copper. 24 pages of The Dying Game. Just getting here, reading The Gilded Ones. Thanks for joining. We have one more sprint for 30 minutes. This class is called Environmental Biotechnology. Ooh, interesting. Sounds like a lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Technical terminology. I read a chapter and went on TikTok. Sounds fun. You're being nice, Marcus Hafe. Yeah, but he grew up pretty much as like in most of where he grew up, he was in Fairy, is kind of what I was going for. Like, while he personally is half Fae, he grew up as Fae. Kind of like Jude and her sister. Though granted, Jude at least is a decent person, unlike her sister. But it's also been a very long time since I've read that trilogy, or read Lady Midnight for the first time. I don't know if you've gotten to the strawberries part. That made me laugh. I always get a giggle about them taking Mark to eat. All right, we'll go on the hour for our final sprint. So for 30 minutes, we'll go at 11 my time, but on the hour, so in about 9 minutes. Yeah. A plate of strawberries with syrup. I don't know why that part where they're at the restaurant and he's like, well, can you not just bring me the plate? Like, I mean, it was a solid question. I'm down for a plate of strawberries, preferably with cream and a little sugar on them. Ooh, that sounds really good right now. We don't have any of those things in our house. It's okay. It's fine. I feel like I need to go eat something really spicy though, because it may have moved away from my like chest and stuff, but man, it is like all right here, which is cool. So I hope everyone is doing well, and happy to all of you out there who this applies to. Happy International Women's Day. I love seeing like my entire Instagram stories is just all International Women's Day, which is really cool. It's quite a bit of technical terminology, but I've done most of it before since I already. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that it's like a little easier than if you already know what it's talking about. Good sprint. I have to go, but thank you for the sprint. Happy reading, everyone. Thanks for joining in. See you next time. Chocolate covered strawberries are the bomb. Oh, so good. The slides are translated by my German professor from German to English, and his English isn't ideal, so it's rather unfortunate. Oh no. Well, he tried, right? Oh no. Just, maybe sometimes you just need to stick it into Google Translate and let that work better. Oh, bless him. They try. But I mean, I'm German, but the exam is mostly in English. Interesting. Okay. Are your classes in English? I wonder why he doesn't just give you two different versions of the slides. Or have them both be an option, one in German and one in English. At least that's what I would do. If I spoke a different language originally, and some of my students did as well, but I don't know. That's just my take on it, but I also feel like that'd probably be just overkill for other professors, probably. Checkup went great. Now I can sprint. Awesome. Glad it went well. My classes on the master's level are about 50% German and 50% English. Gotcha. Interesting. All right, we have about 5 minutes left. Excuse me. This class is in English because there are loads of international students taking it. That makes sense. There's a lot of international. Yeah, I went to school in the US and then studied abroad in England, so most all of ours was in English, but our language classes were technically supposed to be all in the foreign language, and they never were. They would try, but it would never work out. Sorry, I just had a little thought of foreign language question that I now need to send my friend because I need to ask her why in French just putting the word petit in front of déjeuner turns it into breakfast instead of small lunch. Now I just need to ask why all of a sudden putting small in front of the word lunch turns it into breakfast. There's probably actually no reason for that. I just now, for some odd reason, that just crossed my mind that doesn't actually say breakfast. Linguistics and language are just weird in general. But that was what that moment of pausing was. I think I just kind of looked like I zoned out for a second. I'm going to message her about it as soon as we start the next sprint. She's probably going to be like, where did that question even come from? But if I'm going to ask a question about French, I'm going to go directly to the source. What does your blanket say? Sorry, new to your channel. You've said before. Oh, that's fine. It was from Alcrate. It is the entire story of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe, on a blanket. And it goes, all the way down. So it starts with, the good old Once Upon a Midnight Dreary While I Pondered Weak and Weary at the top and just tells the whole story of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I know that this one was obviously specifically for Alcrate, but I think there's a company that makes similar items. I think the motivation to learn another language is quite low in a lot of US students since the US is so large, and even if you go to some other country, most speak English. At least that's helpful for me when I was there. I think the other issue with it is that whereas I feel like it's a focus for the education system in Europe to put children into a foreign language or English or something ahead of time, that's not the case here. The only time that it's a requirement is in high school, and it's a 2-year requirement, and then in university it's 2-year requirement. So it's just not a focus of our educational system here, which is really sad. I took Spanish as a kid. I did take Spanish when I was younger, and then I took French in high school, which was probably technically a mistake in regards to the fact that my prior knowledge of languages in Spanish, but I just didn't want to take Spanish anymore. And so I took French. I did my 2 years, and I did 2 years of French in college. But I did get my French sister out of it. She was a foreign exchange student. It wasn't for a school, or it wasn't a school kind of thing. She came during the summer and stayed with us, but we have stayed in touch since we were, I guess, 14, 15. Wow, oh my gosh. We've been friends for 15 years. That is wild. But yeah, my next trip, I'm hoping, will be to see her, because her and her partner had a child, and I would love to meet them. My little French nephew. Love it. Cool blanket. Yeah, it's one of my faves. But yeah, it's just not a focus in our school system, which I don't know why that was a decision. I don't know where that kind of fell off of the curriculum as the US education system grew, but it did, and was kind of pushed to the wayside. But that is still one of my goals, is to be conversational in French by the end of this year. And I haven't really worked on it at all. but that's okay. I'm gonna probably maybe during the summer months, spring and summer, kind of make it more a priority. Because I do have 2 different programs that I have the unlimited languages to learn thing on. I have Rosetta Stone and Babbel. And I was doing really well when I was using Babbel, when I was doing it like religiously each day. I was doing really well. And so I'm going to get back to that at some point. All right, we're going to hop into our final sprint of the live. I can hear my voice ready to give out, but we're going to go for 30 minutes. This will be our final sprint, and I will see you all back here. Happy reading, happy productivity. See you back here in 30.
Okay, that was our final sprint for today. How did everyone do? I read a couple more chapters. Got a total of like 60 pages. Forgive the lozenge in my mouth. Got about 8 more slides done. Awesome. Only 8 more left for today. Oh, you're almost done. Great. Awesome. That's a good feeling. So as people are updating, we have another sprint already set up. I set up all of the lives for the rest of the month. So those are already there, so you can set reminders if you need to. But the next one will be Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully by then I will feel much better and sound way less raspy than I do today. 18 more pages of the dying game, just about halfway through now. Ooh, nice. Are you enjoying it? Got distracted with the YouTube videos, only read 4 pages. Thanks for the sprints. Missed them and you these past couple weeks. I missed you as well. The sprints are back and I don't have anything really planned that would cause me to miss them as of right now. So we should be here in every week now for a while. If you are new here and you're enjoying the sprints, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'm here twice a week. Yes, this book is super interesting so far. Interesting concept. Someone is paid to fake their death and observe what the other people do in the couple days after. Ooh, that does sound interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Obviously, I won't be buying books for a little bit. But definitely going to put that on my list to check out. I'm happy with my progress in The Silence of Bones this morning. 58 pages. Nice. Yeah, so that's about the same that I got with Addie. It's been nice to have, like, to be reading Addie in the full, like, version and, like, turning the pages. I read it as a ARC ebook or an e-ARC last time. So I'm going to be off to not talk for the rest of the day. I honestly thought it would have ended a lot worse than it is. It's actually it stayed pretty much the same throughout the live, which is good. I really thought it would go back to being a bit more raspy by the end of the live, but so maybe tomorrow I will film videos that need to be filmed. because I think if I give it one more day, because it's better than it was yesterday. So I think if I give it one more day, I'll be able to get through a full like filming of a TBR video. And I need to film 2. Okay, this is actually a question that I was going to post on the community tab, but since I have you all here, I'll probably post it there as well. Would you rather, I have an Owl Crate and an Illuma Crate for February. Would you rather it be in one video, like a double unboxing? I've done that before, or 2 separate videos. What do you all prefer when it comes to unboxing videos if you have more than one box? Just a quick question. Because I've done it once before when both of the boxes had the same theme for that month. They were both dark academia, so it felt right to unbox them together. But I don't think these are the same book or same box theme. So do you prefer to see them together or separate? Just out of curiosity. Hey, Sam. What's up? I hope you're doing well. I saw your stories about having to evacuate. I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, our next live will be Friday night. But thanks for coming and hanging out on sprints today. I didn't know how it would go with not having sprints for 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure that YouTube was going to be like mad at me. That algorithm was going to be mad at me for sure. I feel like no one's answering. Some people may have already left, but unfortunately, mostly I don't watch unboxings. But if I do, I prefer 2 boxes together. Okay, sounds good. I know, like, I mean, it's kind of like up in the air on like what I do, but it might just be easier because I happen to have both of them now. Usually they don't come at the same time, but since they came within days of each other. We'll see. I guess we'll see how my voice handles trying to film multiple videos in a day. That might be what it comes down to. But that is the end for sprints today. I say to make the videos how you want and we'll love it. Thank you. That's really nice. One video I don't know if I'll make again is the read with me. I felt that was an awkward video. I don't know if I liked filming them. I like watching them, but filming it was a different experience. I just looked up reading sprints and was so happy to find yours. Thank you so much. You have a new subscriber. Well, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. It's a fun time. We have a lot of the same people every single time. And it's so great when we get a few new faces in. So welcome. I'm glad that you're here as well. Hanging in there, still can't go home yet, but I'm trying to keep busy at work. Oh. Well, hopefully you'll get to go home sooner rather than later and everything will be okay. But yeah, just stay busy. Keep your mind from wandering too much. I hope you're doing well. Have a nice rest of your day and may your voice recover fast. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day as well. And to everyone else, have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, whatever may be left in your day. And I will see you all on Friday for more sprints. So take care, happy reading, and I will see you back here on Friday. Take care, everyone. Bye.